Grateful to get an opportunity, but a little loose there, and that certainly could have been costly, as is that mistake from Dominic Ball. And it will run kindly for Pereira, and now for Dybala, and Juventus lead. And he was never going to pass up a chance like that. Swiftly into the groove at the start of the new pre-season campaign. Paulo Dybala. 23 goals last season, and it looks as though we're set for more of the same from him in a Juventus shirt.
Well, there I was talking about the concentration levels. Poor touch, unfortunately, for Dominic Ball, but Dybala finishes it really well. Puts it past Vaughan with ease. It's the touch that you had to wonder about. The first touch took him into the challenge, and you lose the ball, you're the last man, and when you're playing against quality players, that's what it results in. It's a goal. Big learning curve for the youngsters at the back this evening. Good strikers, just worries the life out of defenders.
Well, there are only maybe 2 or 3 games last season where Juventus didn't start with 2 strikers. Dybala usually had a partner. Dybala himself producing the first real save of the night from Michel Vaughan. Dybala getting plenty behind that with his left foot.
Again caught out of position, the defenders as well. Look, you see Carter Vickers and Ball just struggling at the outset of this game. Hopefully they'll get back into it. That was curling. That was a good save from Vaughan, because it started going one way, went the other, and he got the flight really well.
Keeping him on his toes, though, Dybala. Delivers that one. Benatia tussling for it. Not the most certain piece of defending. Drifted in towards Benatia, who marks his debut with a goal. Well, a smile wide across his face as Tottenham complain, but that's quite a start to life in the Juventus ranks for Mehdi Benatia.
Complain all you want, but they're all over the place at the moment. Admittedly, it's early stage of the season. Ball comes back in. Benatia, that they're complaining about a foul, but there wasn't much there, as you can see. Benatia rises well, heads it back across the area, and again you've got to be stronger as defenders. That's the worrying thing, but that's a really good header. Comes off the inside of the post in the far corner. Vaughan's got no chance. Gets up, heads it back from where it come from. Unstoppable, really.
Here is Carter Vickers. He's been on the bench in competitive matches before. Carroll, promise here for Spurs, but only promise in the end. Rugani in his station.
Well, good defending, but 28 minutes in, that's the first time Spurs have got in the last third to try and get a cross in of any note. And it's a good ball in as well. Tries to curl it in behind. Just needed a yard more maybe on it.
Which opened up another spot. Well, here's a chance which Pjanic cannot take.
You can see drifting in behind. He's run across the line, and that's where the youngsters have to talk to each other. Look, he drifts across the line, cross one, in behind the other. You've really got to talk to each other there, and there's no information, obviously. One steps up, one drops back, and by the time you know it, he's in behind, but it's over the top, fortunately for them.
Yep. So, foot in there from Lirola. Here's Lemina, who's shown that he's got really good feet, but gave that one away. More promise here, Lamela. Got a touch on its way through, whether it was off a defender or Neto.
They didn't strike it too badly there, Lamela. He struck it well on the half volley. Just pops up for him there, you see that. Nice and early, just a slight deflection away for a corner. But better from Spurs.
Oh, good steal by Wanyama. And promise here, it's Lamela who finishes well. Well, Tottenham right back in this. Wanyama's steal in midfield made it happen, but Lamela stayed cool, and game on for Spurs.
Well, it's amazing how many goals are going to be scored, particularly again this season. I'll go on about it. Look, back to play, can't deal with the ball. Wanyama muscles him out of it, sets up Lamela immediately. But Dybala's finish across the keeper and in the corner, good finish, and it's just from giving away possession. After time, you let the opposition have it, nick it off them, and you're in on goal. And there's the case again.